That's the new whiting wagon. Got myself a Hovsco. This is a foldable, and it's a lighter e-bike. A little easier on old man Elias. I've got it rigged up with this tow hitch to my fishing mate beach cart, and it's, you know, perfect to do this. Escape the summer crowd. Comfortably going 10 miles an hour. It's about as fast as I could probably go without having stuff fly out of the beach cart. We're having ourselves a great day of fishing so far. You know, there's plenty of great fishing to do on the beach. It could be a crowded beach, it doesn't really matter, but sometimes you want to just be somewhere where you're not in a crowd. Let me give you the short version. I spent about 3 hours just feeding junk fish. It's kind of unusual to have high tide with real dirty water and croakers. I typically do better on this sort of fishing with high water versus low water. Definitely not a fan of dirty water, but let's try it. Don't know till you try. All right, got some pretty good bait right now, so at least I got that going for me. Got an interesting configuration here. I got some fast water here, so I'm guessing it's pretty deep. I've got your kind of your typical bar. I like those pompano, like that wave action though. All right, let me think on it. I don't know what my schedule's like tomorrow because I got to watch the dog for a little bit. I know that. So I'm like, yeah, I might be. Let me go. I got a fish on here. Something decent here. It's a whiting. Nice. It's a good one of these jokers. All right. Let's see if we start catching a couple. Not bad. Water's cleaning up nicely now. No idea what this is. Could be a ray, man. Starting to feel like a ray to me. That dirty water to move out more than anything. All right, getting a few whiting now. Still a pretty tough bite. Let's get a chunk of mullet back out there, see if we get anything different on that. Might be a pompano. Could be a whiting again. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look, see what this is. Drum-sized whiting right there. That's a good one right there. Let's get them on ice, probably a 15-incher or so. And let's bait up, get a couple more. Only got room for like 2 or 3 of those whiting in my small cooler. I think I need to figure out a system to keep like, you know, 7, 8 fish. But I'm good. I've been just, you know, catching enough fish every trip that it's not like I need to fill a freezer or anything. So 2 or 3 is just fine. But put 2 in there, those larger ones. We'll leave a little room in case I get a pompano or something like that. See, the e-bike's nice though, especially if you want to just be kind of alone. You can find plenty of good fishing on a crowded beach or just a beach that gets pressured, but sometimes just having that experience of being miles away from people is always nice. I think we got ourselves another good whiting here. Let's bring that down. Part you're not seeing, man, I was fishing in what I call chocolate milk, yoo-hoo, whatever you want to call it. Water was really dirty this morning, which is on high tide as well. I typically prefer high tide for a lot of my, you know, pompano and whiting, whatever I'm trying to do out here. And yeah, funny how it works. Yeah, these are good size now, man. Plenty to fry with right there. All right, let's get them back. Like I said, I want to leave room in the cooler for a couple other fish. So I'm casting over the sandbar right now. Not too far. It's not crazy far to get over that sandbar, but that's where the bait's got to go right now. What was interesting is I hit one patch of dirty water maybe an hour ago. Those blasted croakers showed right back up. So let's get this bait out there. Take it from there. That bar rod on the end has a chunk of mullet on there. Nothing's doing with it. Not a bite, not a stingray, not a shark, nothing. nice one. You know, I always wondered if you could trap these guys. I think these are called sand crabs, calico crabs. They've got a lot of names. They probably make great drum bait. They seem to always be in the surf zone. So, another day. Is he on there? No, he came off. Okay. Oh, he's on there. Yeah. Bite's not too bad. Another okay one right there. Gonna put him back up. So what I do with these Sputnik weights, when those beads fall off, I put shrink tubing on them. Come on here. Hoping to maybe see a big bluefish on the chunk. We don't get a crazy red drum bite where I live in the spring on the beach. You can get some slot reds for sure, but the red drum bite's definitely more of a fall thing here. No pompano. Back to the drawing board. What I'll do is I'll bring this e-bike to a different beach, somewhere with a little bit more blue water. Alright, I'm accepting I'm not going to get a pompano. So I'm going to keep this as my last whiting for the day and start heading back in. Let me show you the rig quickly that I used today. Alright, here's the rig. Showed it a couple times recently, but sometimes there's a few people always watching, so hate being repetitive. Got about 18 inches of leader here. This is 20-pound fluorocarbon. This is a number 2 owner Mutu circle hook, a dropper loop to a 2-ounce Sputnik weight, another dropper loop to a barrel swivel. I've got about 12 inches of fluorocarbon leader to my braided line. There's 30-pound spider wire ultra cast on here. I like that spider wire ultra cast for the most part. Suffix 832 and spider wire ultra cast. They're my two favorite braided lines for the most part. I forgot to mention another 12 or 14 inches to my second circle hook. And yeah, I'm using light steelhead rods. For this sort of fishing, I really don't need over a 4000 series reel. So having a light rod, you know, there's croakers and junk fish. I can usually detect those bites pretty easily. So pack up, we got plenty for dinner. We'll try this e-bike on a different beach. First time using it, all rigged up for fishing, so that went well. I didn't fall off it, get hurt, damage it, all that stuff. So easy to get on too, easy. Sometimes when you have like a little bit of incline, it can be hard to get on a bike, especially on a beach, right? All right, so I've been rocking it at about 3 or 4 power. If I didn't have this beach cart, I can go 15, 20 miles an hour, no problem. With the beach cart behind me, 8 to 10 is as fast as I kind of want to rock. You start hitting, you know, patches of footprints, anything bumpy, it's no good. All right, so what I love to do is right now I've got lots of dirty water, so I'm trying to find spots with some cleaner water. Water was dirty everywhere. I'm occasionally seeing some patches of blue water in close, and that's where I had the better bite, honestly. But yeah, let me show you how I got this guy rigged up. So, beach cart, got 4 rods, you know, my water, sunblock, whatever. If I had a little bit of terrain, like let's say it was high tide, I had to ride up here, I'd take the weights off because they'll be smacking against the rods. Half a sand flea rake, and I got my 4 rod holders here. I've got them tied on with these little kind of, I picked these up at Home Depot. They're really useful. Basically, they just secure them in there. There's some sort of like bungee cords. And cooler here. And this is kind of just the tackle bag that's got pliers, rigs, all that stuff. So this is just kind of like the elementary first go at it. I'll probably get a larger cooler. Today was the day, like, let's say I wanted to keep far more fish, right? I only kept 3 fish today. If I wanted to keep like a dozen, yeah, I'd probably need a bigger cooler. You know, most of the time I don't need to keep many fish, but every now and then I do need a little bit extra meat too. So, but yeah, plenty capable, a lot of fun. I'll be using this bike going forward primarily in those surf fishing videos that I'm, you know, doing a little bike fishing, especially as we get into summer. So I think it took me a while to, you know, figure out how I like it rigged up. So I think I figured out exactly what I like with it. So let's keep cruising. We'll see how it holds up in time, right? That's always important. Generally with an e-bike on the beach, rinse it off when you get home and hit it with some like dry film, lubricant to make a couple of different ones. I'm looking for sand fleas. That's what I'm really cruising the beach for. Sand fleas can be hard to find in numbers here sometimes. Hopefully this year they'll show up pretty soon. Last year was a little weird because of beach nourishment, kind of inconsistent. Still another good whiting bite, man. Can't beat that. Check the video's description. Links, everything used, rods and reels. And you'll see me on this bike once again shortly, man. It was a good time today. So, guys, appreciate it. Catch up with you on the next video.